to share these things with you guys all. So, how I came up with this is it's really called Who Am I? But since I talk to everybody, so one of the people I follow the most is a guy named Bob Proctor. He talks about changing and paradigms and how you think you're one person, but you really need to be greater than the limitations somebody has. So, who am I? Who are we? I thought I was at one point in time. I thought I was only a basketball player because subconsciously being African male, always said you gotta be basketball. You know, like right now if I go to the store, it's gonna be somebody this little like, oh, I don't with you. You know, all that type of stuff. So it's just like you get that every day. Somebody always tell me some corny joke about how tall you are, but subconsciously you hear that every day for 20 years of your life. You think I have to be this. I have to make this NBA or I'm not successful. You know, so that's how I came up with the topic for today. So we are creatures of habit. So there's certain things that we don't even realize are this simple things that we never think of how to get to the next level. Like how right now as a team we all try to become a CEO team. Of course, the people we are today are going to be totally different than people who are going to be in December when we achieve that goal. So we think of stuff like your name, your date of birth, stereotypes, and limitations, right? So, like my name, of course, Kamen Pruitt. I was born March 27th. Only reason I know that is because my mom told me this every day. So it's like if I want to change, how could I change? So briefly, last week, Astrina talked about affirmations and stuff. So with affirmations, it's some concepts you could tell yourself every day about. Well, keep going down. The power of I am. I am love. I am a king. I'm a great leader. I'm a queen. A lot of times when I text certain people, I always put good morning queen, good morning king. Because growing up, we always say the N word. Hey, in this, in that. But it's like, it's funny at the time, but you don't realize what you're doing to a kid's brain. Because a lot of times we grow up saying, I'm a real and I'm a real dad. But it's like when the kid's on the news looking like an N word, people wonder why. But it's like, start for a little kid about how you approach certain things. You know, like for example, like right now, my sister is 17 years old. And sometimes my mom can be negative because she's a single parent. But my sister is crying because of the way my mom talked to her. So I gotta make sure that I call her queen and tell her how beautiful she is and stuff like that so she can believe that she's bigger than what the limitations somebody could put on her, even if it's her mom or her dad or the case may be. Oh yeah, I am going to make, you know, as leaders, you know, that's one of the most important things. We want to make a change for the whole world, not just the country. Also, so like right now I have affirmations that you guys probably see I put on my Instagram. And the power of that is I can look at myself in the mirror and say, this is what I want to be. I want to become MD. One day I want to become SMD, whatever the case may be. But of course, saying that sometimes you believe like, man, I know I can't achieve that. But then you ask yourself, why not? So I got close to all of them. I believe that if I believe that this is what I am, I will become that. So one of the best basketball players in the NBA right now is Russell Westbrook. And his thing he always tell himself is why not? Why I can't make it to the NBA? Why I can't be these different things? You know, because also he's a big fashion guy as well. So a story about Russell Westbrook was he was not known in high school at all, high school basketball. He's a late bloomer. He didn't become known until a senior year of high school basketball. So there was a person, Darren Collison, that used to play for UCLA, and he got hurt. And that time he getting hurt, Russell Westbrook was a 4.0 student looking for somewhere to go to play basketball. So they offered him a partial scholarship, which means, partial just means, at that time it was just for 2 years. You know, 4 years is the dream, of course. So they gave him a 2-year scholarship, said, we can't promise you anything, but you can come to UCLA. So obviously he turned that UCLA situation and got into the NBA. And what's crazy about this story is, so my freshman year, I went to this magnet school called Fauché. His mom is the head cafeteria lady. So one time, I don't know why I was in the office, you see pictures of all of him about his 4.0 stuff and all the stuff he accomplished in high school, but nobody knew who he was at that time. And then years later, I see him in the NBA. So it's just like that. It's crazy how his belief of why not, that's why he wore that 0, because it's like his affirmation is why I can't do this. why I can't win MVP, all that type of stuff. He has a big meme where Kevin Durant wins the MVP, and he's looking at it like, but people make fun of that. And the next year, he broke a record with the most triple doubles and getting an MVP. You know, so like right now, people are down on him while he can't win a championship. His mindset is, why can I not achieve this? And another thing that changed my life is living with gratitude, because a lot of people don't realize is you kind of get almost everything you ask for, but you always comparing yourself to somebody else. You want more and more and more. And whatever you believe in, if it's God, the universe, whatever the case may be, how would that person or spirit bless you if you're not grateful for what you already have? Because some people want a brand new car, brand new shoes, whatever the case may be, and don't wear those shoes or don't wear that watch, or you know. So this was big for me in my life. Be so grateful for what you have now to be blessed forever. Because the past you can't get back, and the future is too far ahead. Everything is right now. So I believe the same way we achieve sleep is how we're supposed to achieve certain goals. Like right now, if you want to get more sleep, you're not saying, I need sleep, I need sleep, I need sleep, right? You put yourself in that position and you just relax and you get to that point. Even if you want to get more sleep, you will turn off your cell phone, you'll stop watching TV, and you put yourself in a position to achieve your goal. You know, but sometimes we don't achieve those goals because we're so hungry to get something, but it's just like, be easy. Because sometimes you can achieve more than what your goals is. Your goals can be whatever. I just want to be a associate, but you can become an S&D or whatever the case may be if you see yourself bigger than, you know, your goals. So the great things you see in other people is a reflection of yourself. So a quick story, when I was in Germany, I would have to coach basketball, little basketball teams, whatever the case may be. So you have two different teams. So team A, team B, they're doing the exact same thing. And usually the team that always win is a team, the whole kids are cheering for the other kids. So let's say team A, everybody's shooting, and I don't speak German, but you can tell by body language, you're cussing them out, like, man, shoot the ball, like, you stupid, that type of stuff, right? And they used to always lose. But team B, every kid that used to shoot the ball, they used to be so happy for, even the person missed. So when the next person came, he had a better chance of making that shot because he or she was just so cheerful and so grateful for the other person in front of them. They always, we'll just shoot, whatever. And so Germany's not big on basketball, they're big on soccer. So a lot of them can't shoot, or whatever the case may be, don't have the basketball mechanics. But them being grateful, them being so cheerful, they usually always win. And I thought that was crazy, and I applied that to my life about being more grateful. So every time you guys achieve stuff, I try to make sure that I'm happy for you guys. Even if I don't achieve nothing, but it's just like I don't have any jealousy, and I love to see people improve and stuff like that. Because it's like certain, all right, so like for example, when Florida wins the MVPs, you know, of course some people feel some type of way, but like they will never achieve that because they're jealous. And not just saying that, oh, Florida, how can I get to your position, or the case may be, some people being like, well, she's about to win again, you know, that type of stuff. So it's just like, you always gotta be grateful. I just said the same thing already. You gotta put yourself in that position, you know, to achieve anything. And one thing I seen Zepi and Florida recently was this guy, and he talked about how everything is perfect. So with patience, it's like, I know like right now everybody want to be S&D to help Florida get to CEO and stuff like that, but we have to be patient, you know? It's like your time's gonna come, like she said, 10-3-1, 10-3-1, but it be sometimes you can get 10 or 11 or 12 like Chandler's doing. So it's like, the guy talked about how every obstacle that you see in your life is perfect, because the same thing, the caterpillar process, the same thing for the caterpillar to come butterfly, everything is perfect. Our greatest leaders, our greatest influence people, whatever the case may be, sports people, all been through something. They twist the ankle, whatever the case may be, you know. So for example, Serena and Williams, they're from Compton. So their parents and stuff don't really have too much of anything. So the father was watching tennis and was like, I want to become the best trainer in the world to get my daughters to become tennis players. So without any training at all, never played tennis before in his life, he has his mind made up and patient enough to see his daughters become two of the greatest tennis players of all time, you know? So it's like, it's crazy. And the stuff that he'd been through also was tough. There's a story that, like he has a missing tooth. There's a story that he wanted to train his daughters at the tennis court, but there was drug dealers on the training court. So he went to the drug dealers like, I need this spot. And they was like, you need to leave, old man, or something bad gonna happen to you. So they, punched him, they hurt him, and he still, bloody mouth, all that type of stuff, waited till them guys left and trained his daughters because he was that dedicated to change his daughter's lives, and it happened. But the same thing she talked about with the seeds. He did that when they was 9, 10 years old. They're 20 and 30 years old now, so it's about being patient and being persistent to get into every situation. How that situation is perfect. Him getting punched, him losing his teeth, everything was perfect situation to drive him to be the man he was for his daughters to be the women that they are. And so the first pictures of me playing basketball now, how I see myself now, who I am, is not more than just a financial leader. I want to be influential. I want to be just a human being and more things too, and not just only playing basketball, not only doing one thing. I want to do whatever I can do to help other people. That's why I think I get my most joy. So now it's like I'm with you guys. So I'm blessed. I'm blessed to you guys have me to have in your life. Another big quote that I hear a lot is, the people you hang out with the most is who you become as well. So I always happy to be here with you guys because you guys are accomplishing great things. And it's not too many places where you have so many powerful women doing great. Because look, it's like a couple of us here, but the women, you guys are so strong and so powerful. And I love that. That's the one thing I tell when I recruit people too, is just like other jobs, women make less than men. But here, I think on my team, the women are kicking our ass. So it's a good idea. But that's all I have for today.